Oh, hello guys. Welcome back. I had the strangest dream this morning. I had a dream that someone had started work meaning well, but they started this work and it was a good work to be doing, but they left it done halfway. And it was a male figure that had started it. And it was left undone. And whoever was trying to tell me wasn't mad at me, but was kind of mad that no, this work is left undone, that there are so many people that do this. They leave their work undone, and I didn't understand what the dream meant. And I get up and there's a call on my message machine, and I think this is a bit odd because it's like 9 in the morning. I couldn't sleep all last night. I was up to at least 5 or 6. I got up at 9. Um and I play the message and it says it's the county coroner, and I'm like, this is the strangest prank call I've ever gotten. I looked up 3 or 4 different sources online, ascertained it was indeed the county coroner, and my brother passed away. And they found him, and I've already made all the arrangements because of, he got, how he was living. They'll take care of the arrangements. It's actually nice. The county will cremate him and have him, interred, and they'll pay for it through the county. Because I said, I'm poor as a church mouse. What am, how are we going to do this? And the only person I called was my friend. I didn't call the family because they'd be down there looking through his apartment to see if they could find a dime under the mattress. And they're not real actual blood family anyhow, as I rejoice in remembering. And it's sad that this happened. It's sad that this happened. I don't know if I should call my uncle, because my uncle would be the only one that would be, sympathetic. And I think I probably should. I'll let him know in a little bit. And this explains a lot actually. And it explains the Norse gods helping me clean up and talking about letting go of the past and letting go of certain teachers say. And the Norse gods had just naturally come forward, and Seekin had really come forward lately, and I couldn't understand why. Well, they knew before I did. I'm sure they knew. And as you guys know, decades ago the Norse gods reached out to my family, well, reached out to my brother, and then he wasn't sure if it was Thor and Loki, and I was never sure if it was God's reaching out to him, or to be frank, if it was some kind of mental illness, or what it was. But our family was very Catholic, so obviously the only thing out at that time, decades ago, we were talking about was comic books, and he had to go sneak into Pittsburgh to read about the Norse gods. I don't know what kind of relationship he's had with Thor, but I've prayed through the years to Thor to, to keep him, to keep him safe. And Loki too, because he had mentioned Loki. And Odin's the one that's helping me stand up and get my duty done, and to light the candles and play the music. And we're trying to have a proper Viking send off. I said to Odin, I've been crying a lot, and I said to Odin, I said, I don't even know if he had a faith at the end. I have no idea. The coroner at least could tell me, they thought he was happy, and she said they took photos of his room. So I don't know if they're like sending me stuff or what they're sending me. She asked what I wanted done with his worldly goods. And I said, well, he was receiving so much help and everything. I said it'd be fair they can donate it and, give back to the community. I thought that would be fair. And really, it was my brother. If he wanted something to get to me, I know his nature, he would have got it to me. He would have sent it to me through the mail, and I would have been like, what the hell is this? And he would have got it to me. So, if there was anything, I'm sure he left a message or something. They'll sort it out. I have faith in that. And now it's just a matter of, dealing with that he passed. In a way, it's a weight off my shoulders, because I always thought, well, if anything ever happens to me, who's going to look after my brother? Because he's always been, either had mental health issues or, physical issues. He lost an eye. He he sounds like the old man. He was on oxygen, all this other stuff. And I said, when she told me, I said, but they let him go from the hospital. They said he was okay. I mean, that's probably the common response, right? And I didn't want to say anything given the nature of YouTube. You know, you'll get the nasty trolls and everything, but Odin said, it's part of my duty. It's part of my duty that, Odin refers to you, please take this the right way, as my people. And he said, it's your duty to tell your people, your community, what has happened and what we're working through. And right now we're just working through getting through the shock, and life goes on. And I said, I've noticed I've been there quite a lot, old man, when people have nearly died, my actions drew them back from the edge, or they have died, and I had to settle the estate. And he goes, how about that? You're one of the old man's people when death routinely, you have to be the one to put things in order. That's basically, I think that's a trait of Odin's people. It's like, who better? No one else wants to handle it. Everyone else is backing away, and Odin's people are like, damn it, why do I have to serve the death god? So, we're the ones to have to handle it. I'm glad for my brother that his suffering's over. He had a lot of problems. I'm glad for him. And we gave him a good old-fashioned Viking send-off. And, Odin's been helping me clean a couple things connected to the past out of the house. Not major, not huge, like one little tiny thing here or there. And Odin and the Norse gods are definitely stepping up. I think the demons would like to be around, but I think they understand that the first god I went to was Odin. Poor Loki. Loki's just like, eh. Odin was the one I trusted to handle this. Odin's the one I trust to handle death and to handle the passage of the soul and to handle whatever the hell's going on, and to help me make sense and help me make plans in order and everything else. He's the one. And so I played, some music for the old man. I played Kiss first. I played Kiss first because my brother was a huge Kiss fan. Then I played, some music for the old man, and then I turned on something to, like, it was supposed to help you calm down. It was supposed to be Tibetan, I think, and it just sounded like funeral gongs. So I knew where there was one, I thought it was a black candle. I went and I got it, and it turned out to be Dove Gray, really close to one of the grays that people claim is associated with the old man. Is it, isn't it? I don't know. It's something he approved. And I don't know what we're going to do. I just got a grocery delivery today, so I put those away because I thought I was pretty much sure what a coroner would have to say for me. So I got that sorted away first, and I got the boxes neatly piled up, and then I got the news. I called the Christian friend, and well, she was having trouble hearing me on the phone, but all she said, "Can I do anything for you?" And I'm like, "What on earth could she possibly do?" And I'm thinking, well, you could send food down, but it's not right in my family tradition. It's not right if you have to ask. If you have to ask, it's not right. It should be given to the family of the dead freely by people. That's how it works. It's a funeral thing. And I said, no. I said, no, I can't think of anything you could do. Well, she's going to pray for me. And I'm thinking, bit late for that, but okay, thank you. I'm getting tearing. Yes, finally, that's my girl back here. And it's kind of thinking of a meme. I think Odin's reminding me of. I think it's Loki sitting there, about you'll pray to God for me after I die. Isn't it a bit late? So it was, that popped into my head. But the Norse gods have been, kind of carrying me through. I think Asmodeus would like to be here. I think the demons would like to be here, but it'll change maybe on a day-to-day, moment-by-moment basis. I don't know how the channel schedule will run. It depends on how well I take things, and I don't even know what we're going to do with Mills or anything now. I'm just kind of shocked. So, we hope you guys are having a good one, at least a better one than we are, and I'll be okay. I know a lot of people don't like the old man, but he's there for his people. I will give him that. He's the first one I thought of going to. He's the first one I thought of going to, and that's not bad for Lokean. Loki can be very kind and comforting when we've gone through a loss, but when you truly want to deal with death and you want to deal with the practical side of making arrangements and everything, that's the old man's territory. And I did the rune readings and did that, and it's you have to do what you have to do. Everyone will hand it differently. And I said, I can't go to God I'm not going to God to have a discussion about this. I said I will talk to the old man, and the old man will handle things. If I feel like going to God later, I can, but I not right now. Not right now. And I said he already had his chance to help. That lot of good he did. So, I don't know. I like to think that my brother's, wherever he is, I like to think he's where he'd be happiest, but I don't know where that would be. He claimed he served he was interested in the Norse gods at one time. He was a Satanist at one time. He was a Christian at one time. I think he was an atheist at one time. It's typical, runs in the family, and I don't know who he would be in debt to, but I told the old man, I told especially Thor, since they've been with me for years, I said, if he left something undone for the Norse gods, I'll more than be happy to complete that. But I'm not getting a sense he left work undone. I think Asmodeus is trying to help in the best way he can and saying, he started off something good, but then, death kind of ends it for us all, at least on the earthly plane, for getting that work done in the physical. So, I've asked the old man if he'd send me 2 ravens or 2 wolves. I said I could really use them. I could use a basket of wolf puppies right now, and I don't know, Cinnabons and Chick-fil-A is what I could use. So, I hope you guys are having a good one. But, Odin made it clear it was, I'm sure we'll get some insensitive trolls, but he said it's something you have to tell the people so they know. And he says, it's your responsibility. Odin looks at every one of his people as a leader, and I don't think of myself as your leader, but he's like, these are your people. They're looking to you. They're coming to you for advice. You have to let them know this thing happened because it's going to affect things for a while. Odin knows very well I'd like to get the death and mourning part out of the way in 5 minutes very efficiently and then move on with my life, but that's not how it works. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.